Hello, welcome back to another game from early April 2019. Darknoob against DraCoNT is back, playing Arena. I hope he's back for good. And we have another classic. We have Aztecs for DraCoNT, for Darknoob, sorry, against not Aztecs for DraCoNT here. And we've seen, I think, like Burmese, Berbers, Portuguese for DraCoNT, and he won most of the games. Now, Vietnamese is considered one of the worst civilizations on Arena. It has its strengths probably, but it's not going to be easy. I'll fuck up anyway, don't worry. And yeah, experience tells us that Darknoob is not having an easy time playing Aztecs against DraCoNT. So let's find out what this game is all about, see how it's going. And the only reason I'm casting this, because I don't know how it's going, is Aztecs for Darknoob. I've got to work on your winning mentality, bro. Oh yeah, we gotta work. Not with the Aztecs, I guess. Let's see how the game is going now. Main gold for Darknoob, safe in the bag. Main stone, safe in the bag. 2 sheep to find, berries to find. No big problem. 2 boars inside. Second gold, safe in the bag. The map for Darknoob actually pretty good here. Second stone, forward, outside. Third gold, forward, outside, and 4 deer, which are relatively close to the wall, so it shouldn't be a big task to get those in, to lure them in. Shouldn't be a big problem. There's one really close to his base. This one, I guess, in the neutral zone, an extra stone here as well. And another relic in the neutral zone on the left-hand side. You can see an extra gold here as well. Now let's switch to DraCoNT space, see what he has. Extra berries in and 4 deer, but it's only a very small gap, so I guess DraCoNT has trouble getting that deer in, or maybe it was just running back, and as you can see, it's moving around now, moving around that forest, and it's going back immediately. Wow, that's bad luck in my opinion. Deer usually shouldn't do that. 1 wolf here, extra gold in the back actually, and the main stone and second gold also safe. You might see a TC here later on, or maybe not, if DraCoNT is choosing to go for some different strategy, I don't know. Let's see what he's going to do. We have a boar outside for him, which he can see, so he should be able to get that in. I guess Darknoob is prioritizing to go for the deer, so he's not going to steal that. We have the main gold far forward, third gold outside, in the same screen, really close, and one really close to his base here. That means I'm missing the second stone on the right hand side and another really close to his base. That's pretty much everything we need to know about the maps. Now DraCoNT is opening the walls, but is not going for the boar yet. Not sure why. I was about to get housed. Makes sense to finish the house. And he is putting a lot of villagers on the deer. And he's hoping to get that boar in time. And I think he should be able to do so. Yeah, that looks good from the timing. Now the question is, what can DraCoNT actually do here? I hope Darknoob is not going for crossbows, which we've seen before in the game between DraCoNT and John Slow, of course. But I hope he's gonna go like the standard thing to do with Aztecs is usually go aggressive, go monks, go eagles, some siege, and try to go to Imperial Age faster, because then you have the elite eagle warriors available. Not sure if I'm telling the truth here, if I'm correct with what I'm assuming. We might see different strategies in total from what I've told, and to be honest, I don't really know what's the best thing with the Aztecs, but Aztecs is a really strong economy, and the Eagle Warriors are cheap, so that's usually the go-to units. The Monks have so much HP if you can get there, so Aztecs just really strong, and somehow you don't know how to play against a player who is rated 150 points better than you. So you don't want to fuck up, and that's how you do it, I guess. Let's see who's going to click up first. DraCoNT is going for 2 more villagers. He's going to be on 29 population in total with the Vietnamese. The Khmer don't need the buildings, but Vietnamese do, so I'm not sure what DraCoNT's idea is. Does he want to go for fast imp here? It's a really late uptime, but also for Darknoob, 27 population is quite late, and I'm not really sure what's the idea behind that. I guess Darknoob would like to get the relics in, but then you should go a little bit earlier possibly. And the other question is DraCoNT going for archers maybe? So barracks and archer range. Are we going to see a stable with scouts and possibly light cav? Or none of that, barracks for sure. So I guess usually crossbowmen are expected from the Vietnamese. They have strong archers, of course, and I would be surprised if DraCoNT was going for scouts, but maybe it could be a good idea. I'm not sure about it. We see Mark and Blacksmith coming up for Darknoob, which makes sense. He should have enough resources to click up to Castle Age without too many problems here. got a lot of wood in the bank actually. That's from 4 plus 4 villagers. Not the best build order, but alright. And 315 gold as well, but he's got also the food that he needs. He's going to be able to click up immediately, go for another barracks. Those villagers should go back to chopping some wood. Yep, looks fine. Horse color coming in, double predicts probably done already. And for DraCoNT, we are actually going to see the stables, so possibly scouts and even battle elephants later on if he has to use them and doesn't face too many monks. It might be an option for him. He's not going for any extra scouts, but he probably needs the upgrades first. Did he do horse color and double pickaxe? Don't see it, but that's 250 wood, so he has done all the upgrades that he needs. Could over chop here. That's a dangerously thin wood line, and I would like to see a wall off here later on to make sure this is safe, at least for the beginning. And we have the first scouts coming out. We have the first eagles for Darknoob on the way, as expected. Nothing too surprising here. And 40 population space, that's good. Enough resources in the bank to go for Eagle Warrior upgrade immediately, and probably also Bosa and new villager. That's usually what you want to get. Also, we might see a monastery immediately, and possibly a second TC or siege workshop. Let's find out. The villager here will build a monastery. Yes, Bosa coming in. Eagle Warrior, I guess not enough. Wait, how much does it cost? I think 200? Is it 200 food? Is it more? I'm not sure about that. We have DraCoNT with a knight on the way, and as long as there's no monks around, knights make a lot of sense. Of course, the scouts and eagle scouts are really neck and neck when it comes to a 1v1 fight. So the knight could change this, but there's the first monastery. DraCoNT is going for any extra TCs? Yes, here on the wood line, not too close to the extra berries. I'm really surprised to not see it one more tile to the top right, but okay, should be fine here. And not enough resources for a second extra TC yet, but we might see it very soon. I wish to see it, I'd like to see it here, like on that gold and on the wood line, and with enough space to put a few farms around, but not for now. I guess DraCoNT is still taking his time, and of course Darknoob is starting to get those relics in. He's got the monastery up. Monastery also for DraCoNT. No monk on the way yet. And that knight and a few light cav upgrade done here. A few light cav should be able to take down those eagles quite fast. We don't see Eagle Warrior upgrade. So Darknoob probably deciding to go for economy instead. We see an extra TC coming up on the main gold and another extra TC already up on the wood line with a lot of farms coming up as well. So Darknoob should be able to keep villager production going. He's also able to grab probably two relics, and DraCoNT is saying, okay, I will go aggressive if my opponent's not doing the same thing. We have the Eagle Warrior upgrade done, but as you can see, that's a close monk, and that's a lot of military units, 7 against 7, and this monk should go down. That's 2 hits, and the monks don't even have sanctity. Instead, Darknoob is prioritizing to get that knight converted, and I think it's a good idea. Now the monk can move out, and a villager also got killed. I didn't see it, but I guess that was the Eagle Warriors. So DraCoNT needs to send another villager forward if he wants to finish that siege workshop. Guess that's on like 85% possibly, or 77 only. Okay, and the monk standing here waiting to get moved back to the monastery, which is forward and outside. I'm not really sure about this. Darknoob might actually need to add in like 1 or 2 spearmen. He could be fine. And the siege workshop, yeah, will it go up? I guess eventually. We have 3 TCs up and running for Darknoob. DraCoNT with the 3rd TC up on the main stone. Not going for that place on the gold. Interesting. But maybe he wants to get a castle up just in case. Loom on the way because he's housed, 60 population. We have 56 for Darknoob. And the Eagle Warriors still trying to keep map control. You can see the 3 relics in. No, 2 relics in. Where's relic number 5? Actually, I don't see it. That should belong to Darknoob, to DraCoNT. He has 3 now. And the siege workshop is up with the mangonel on the way. Wheelbarrow coming in from DraCoNT as well, but Darknoob should be ahead in economy. Not in villager numbers though. Look at this, and DraCoNT is ahead, and I think he didn't have the TCs for longer, but looks like he somehow managed to get more upgrades. I don't know, get less upgrades and less idle time as well, because you could see DraCoNT just did the wheelbarrow, and I think Darknoob has that. In the middle, an attempt to convert. Wait, who converted what? I guess the knight got back, converted back here. And now Darknoob is just staying at home and possibly just waiting for the resources to click up to Imperial Age. He's not too close. Going for the second gold now, safe from the back. And DraCoNT in the meantime is saying, okay, let's go aggressive. If you don't beat the Aztecs in Castle Age, you might face trouble in Imp. But maybe he's got an idea how to play this, how to win this. Darknoob is investing into more Eagle Warriors, so he needs a lot more villagers on gold actually. That's not enough. Should move villagers from food even to gold, which is usually something you don't want to do. But 860 food in the bank and almost no gold. That's an unbalanced economy. That's a little bit of a problem here. Also, monk production is still going, Sanctuary on the way. Bloodlines for DraCoNT is going for a few more knights, and 2 mangonels, maybe another one on the way. Yes, that gate should go down really fast here. Also, scale guarding armors. We're gonna see a lot of cavalry units here for DraCoNT, who at home still has those 3 TCs, has overchopped here, but I think he should be able to fix that any time, and is going for a lot of stones, so we might even see an aggressive castle. I don't think it's the best idea, but as you can see now, DraCoNT has the resources to click up to Imperial Age, and that's quite impressive. Does he have the buildings? Yeah, Siege Workshop and Monastery up, so Imperial Age click first for DraCoNT, and Darknoob is delaying his Imperial Age time to get more of those Eagle Warriors. Going for barracks number 3 and 4 is producing a lot, has now a rather balanced economy on the way to Imperial Age, and DraCoNT playing smart. He opened the vaults, he used 1 light cav to see what's happening, and I think he spotted the Eagle Warriors, so he knows I need to defend against those, and it's not going to be easy. Another stable coming up, that's number 3, +1, 4, and a forward castle, because DraCoNT saw the Eagles and is probably assuming that he's going to be up to Imperial Age at the same time as Darknoob, or maybe even earlier on. Very nice play here from DraCoNT so far. Oh, sorry for that. Darknoob too passive in my opinion, and only now going in to stop that villager. But there's more villagers on the way already, and the knights, bloodlines +1/+1, are going to be able to take down a lot of those Eagle Warriors, and I think that was a decent fight. Then again, Darknoob is sending a lot more now, and this castle should not go up. The villagers are only trying to build that, but DraCoNT is not able to wall them in. It's too slow at that. There's too many Eagle Warriors around, so DraCoNT is losing villagers here, and why is up on the way to Imperial Age? He cannot build that castle. They cannot finish that, and Darknoob is moving out with resources. Let's see, enough to click up to Imperial Age now, and at the same time he was able to stop that castle from going up. That Siege Workshop to make sure the castle is never going up. I think he should go for the ram even. Maybe the mangonel makes more sense, not sure. And there is knights coming in, but not enough. More villagers on the way. Ooh, interesting. Also monk around, but there's so many Eagle Warriors. They're fully upgraded Castle Age Eagles. Cavalry on the way, chain barding armor for DraCoNT. He is staying on cavalry units, not going for elephants. I guess it doesn't make a lot of sense against the Aztecs, but Cavalier might be a decent option even against those Eagle Warriors. It's probably the best idea you have at this point. I don't think standard infantry is the best option, and that castle is only on 500 HP. The question is DraCoNT going to delete it? Yeah, he did that just when the ram was approaching. More barracks coming up, more Eagle Warrior production, and now also a pikeman production on the way, which is really necessary in this case. You can see so many cavalry units around, so many cavalier, and the castle now coming up behind that forward. The Eagle Warrior numbers from Darknoob looking good. Where are they actually? I see 42 military units. I guess they're all around here. That's a lot of pikemen, not so many Eagle Warriors anymore. And the ram still moving forward. The castle coming up for Darknoob to protect the 3rd gold, which is outside. Also the 2nd stone here on the left hand side is safe for now. And Darknoob, really late to Imperial Age, has a lot of resources banked up, and I think he should be able to click in Eagle Warrior immediately, as well as the +4 defense upgrade, and maybe even the attack upgrades. Let's see, that castle on 3k HP, so 65%, but again, villagers going down, and I think Darknoob has the castle up. He will be able to get the first trebuchets out if he wants to. Are we going to see Elite Eagle Warrior? I'm waiting for that upgrade now for Darknoob. He's got enough resources, but he's losing a lot of Eagles to the Cavalier. Not enough pikemen around. That castle is going to get finished, and the first trebuchet is on the way. Why is Darknoob not going for the Elite Eagles? Why is he waiting with that upgrade? What the hell? Did he forget to click it? Did he think he clicked it and just didn't? I'm really surprised about that. Plate mail armor finally on the way. No, he's not doing any of that. He's not going for Elite Eagles. Maybe he wants to switch into something else. Capped Rams, but what are we going to do? Pikemen only? That's not a good idea. Elite Eagle Warriors is decent, and I think he should even think about raiding here, but nothing happening. No production except for pikemen, and no Elite Eagle Warrior, no standard infantry upgrades, which would also be useful. Instead, only a few capped rams and 2 trebuchets getting walled in by the gates. Instead, siege ram upgrade. And I'm not sure. It can be really strong. Siege, Rams and Pikemen is a decent combination, but it could also go horribly wrong, because if DraCoNT is going for a few mangonauts or even Onychas, he might be in a very, very good position. He's now starting to repair the castle with only 3 villagers. That's not going to stay up for too long, but at least there's 2 trebuchets. Those 2 traps probably have to move back, and that forward is going to die. 200 swordsmen coming in from DraCoNT. He's the first to go for that standard infantry, and I think it makes sense, because if you're there first, if you get the numbers, then the Aztecs will have a problem. They could go for Jaguars, they could go for their really very strong champions, but there's only +4 squires coming from Darknoob, who's staying on Pikemen, and I think Darknoob needed to transition a lot earlier. I hope it's going to be possible for him to still go for that transition. Of course, DraCoNT is not going to stay on Cavalier. It just doesn't make sense for the Vietnamese, and I think they get pretty decent standard infantry. I'm not sure about that, but they should get champions, and I guess they're getting a lot of infantry upgrades as well. The 4 trebuchets moving forward. Darknoob should be able to see DraCoNT's Cavalier, but also the champions. And now, only now, Darknoob is going for Elite Eagle Warrior. When he is going against champions, that's a big mistake. Those trebuchets won't stay up for too long, I guess, because Cavalier is still around. They will die quite fast against the pikemen, but those champions are strong. Only there is not enough military units in total for DraCoNT. He's still able to take down almost all the pikemen. There's 2 Cavalier converted, which is very important for Darknoob. Darknoob was able to take down a few of the buildings, but he's moving back with the trebuchets, even going for Jaguar warrior protection now. He's not transitioning into standard infantry, which is surprising to me. I wish to see champions here from Darknoob, and I wish to see them earlier on, because the Elite Eagle Warrior upgrade, I think, was a waste, a little bit at least. Now Darknoob is going for the extra stone, which is nice to see. He wants to get as many resources as possible. He's got 3k gold in the bank, he's not spending that, and almost no food. That's a big problem. He's got a very unbalanced economy once again, and he should probably buy some wood, go for a lot more farmers, and try to get his economy balanced. He's getting the time now. In the meantime, DraCoNT is saying, hey, yeah, I have the time to go for a lot more champions. Now Bracer, Crossbowmen, soon to be Arbalest. And then he's going to be champions in Arbalest against, Jaguars, and not enough siege, because as the Aztecs, I guess the perfect army composition usually is siege Onychas and Jaguar warriors. There's almost nothing that you can do against that. You could try for 12 ranged redemption monks, that's possible, or maybe bombard cannons, but other than that, it's going to be so terribly hard to fight this. And you can see the Jaguars should be decent against the champions. There's still only a lot of pikemen around, not too many Jags, and with the second castle now, the production will be a little bit better, the production rate at least, but DraCoNT has a lot more military units, and now he's moving forward with his own traps. The Elite Eagle Warrior is actually able to go around, take those trebuchets down. Nice fight, but I would have liked to see those eagles go for some raiding. DraCoNT not open any longer, but he's got a lot of villagers on that gold, a lot of villagers on that extra gold, and I think with 124 villagers, some raiding would have been good here for Darknoob. Instead, DraCoNT is the one to push, and with those champions, I guess they're missing the last attack upgrade. It's not a big problem. And with the Arbalest soon to be fully upgraded as well on 48 HP, if Darknoob is not going for Onychas, he might be in trouble. Without siege, we know how good siege is. Without siege, it's hard to win. It's possible, but only if your opponent is not going for siege and doesn't have the better unit composition. Now, Elite Eagle Warriors are still quite decent. At battle coming in, that's the reduced range, minimum range for the Elite Skirmishers, as far as I remember. Those Elite Eagle Warriors missing Garland Wars, the Jaguar Warriors missing Garland Wars, they are just standard Jaguars, and I guess the Elite upgrade again doesn't make so much sense. That's our time on the way. If only Darknoob was going for Siege Onychas here. Not sure if he did see the Arbalest already. He can see the champions, so he can see the Arbalest, and now he knows, okay, my opponent is on standard infantry and Arbalest. So what I'm going to do, possibly infantry and Siege Onychas behind that. Garland Wars coming in, ballistics, leather archer armor. Darknoob is instead going for elite skirmishers, and I don't really like that, because those skirms don't really stand a chance against the champions, and the arbalists behind are also quite strong. If DraCoNT is going to utilize the Vietnamese crossbows, no, how are they called? The Ratchet archers. That's gonna be very fun fight here. Now, 3 castles up for Darknoob with 2 relics only. Elite Eagle Warriors trying to raid, but DraCoNT found out about a hole in his base and fixed that with a few houses. There's bombard cannons on the field. There is no Onychas, no siege Onychas, no siege rams around. Darknoob did the siege ram upgrade, but he has a single siege workshop, and that's it. He's still going with trebuchets, which is a mistake in my opinion. It's too bad that Darknoob wasn't able to figure out the better unit composition here. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe I just get it wrong and Darknoob is doing the right thing. But for now, it looks like an even fight with more map control for DraCoNT here. And it looks like those bombard cannons are pretty much untouchable because there's so many arbalists around, still a few cavalier, and there's still a few champions waiting behind that. The elite skirmishers, if they are taking a big shot from those bombard cannons, they might go down really fast. But Darknoob is trying to gain a little bit more map control. And look at this, he should raid this, he should try to go for the gold. You can see it, he's going for the castle now. And Darknoob has no gold left, that's the only problem for him. I guess he mined all the gold that he had, now he's going for more barracks. And that's why you need good siege, because you can afford siege on chest and it can be game changing. The cavalier was really poor guy, was ordered to go there and had to die. Those elite eagles finally doing what they do best. They're starting to raid here. Trebuchets took down the castle, now going for the archer ranges. There is elite battle elephants, fully upgraded for DraCoNT. You only needed elite upgrade. He had the upgrades on the cavalier already. And there is not a lot of pikemen around. I don't see any. Now Darknoob is population cap, 196 pop with 75 military units, but a lot of that is elite skirmishers, and they're just not doing the trick against the elephants. Bombard cannons moving forward. The trebuchets on the left hand side are pretty much idling now, and bombard cannons could get attacked here, but I think Darknoob is busy microing his army. No, actually, look at this. Trebuchets are trying to hit the bombard cannons. I like this move. There is though so many elite battle elephants that Darknoob is losing most of his army, and he doesn't have gold. Wow, so many. Oh, that's a lot of pikemen. Is it single queue? Maybe, I don't know. A lot of pikemen queued up, but not enough production buildings, and DraCoNT has now more army and better quality. Those elite battle elephants are just so strong. Right hand side, finally siege rams coming up, siege workshop for Darknoob as well. DraCoNT might need some more siege too, but he's got 5 bombard cannons. I take it back, the 5 cannons should be good. Actually 6, I was wrong, counting wrong, there's 5 here, plus 1. And that castle could go down really fast. Pikemen moving in, but the arbalest behind the battle elephants, that's now a really nice army composition. And I guess that would even be good against the jaguars and siege onagers. So siege onagers and pikemen now might have done the trick. Imperial skirmishers on the way. A lot of pikemen from Darknoob. He's trying to move forward, trying to raid maybe. Siege rams moving in, but that's not going to be good enough because he's losing faster than he's winning in ground in DraCoNT space. Those pikemen though, they could be hard to kill, and they might get a lot of good trades here, but they're not really a raiding unit. And those pikemen with 12 attack are decent, let's be honest. The thing is, ooh, that castle is going up, but it's going to go down really fast, and the pikemen are not really the best unit to go for raiding. Also, I think DraCoNT could just send a few arbalests back. Darknoob now low on gold. DraCoNT, switch to him. Not a lot of gold left either. We are on 55 minutes and I don't really know who's winning this game. It looks like DraCoNT with those Imperial skirmishes now and still elite battle elephants around might have a slight edge. Bombard cannons are pretty strong here and the castle is going down. But at the same time, DraCoNT is also losing quite some part of his economy, or is about to lose that. He's sending champions in again, and I think the champion was a really nice choice here for DraCoNT. We have Darknoob trying to defend at home. He is without military units at home, I feel. There's only what's left, a few pikemen. He's still producing some 164 population. The space is open. The skirmishers on the left hand side are not really doing a lot. They can only fight the Imperial skirms. And the other units are pikemen, which are dying, I guess. 62 military. Where are those? I don't see them. I don't see that army from Darknoob. Apparently a 62 military units, but they must be either scattered around the map, or I'm just missing them. There's a lot of elite skirmishers actually. I guess that's 30, so that's half his army. And now DraCoNT is losing most of his elite battle elephants, trying to raid here, but the raiding is not bad. Both 92 villages only, and that's not too much considering it's a post-Imperial Age fight. But those Imperial skirmishers with 5+4 PS armor gonna be able to take down pikemen all day long. And now cap rams moving in, and that's a good idea. I think it's better than the bombard cannons because the rams are fast against the buildings and they are not so easy to kill. There is champions on the right hand side getting attacked by Imperial skirmishers, but it's by elite skirmishers. skirmishers, sorry, but it's only a minor battle because the main battle is kind of happening in Darknoob's base now. DraCoNT is safe once again. He could re-wall this, doesn't really need to. He's also going to take the rest of the extra gold. Castle on the left, really doing nothing here. And Darknoob is not able to get his army under control or in a big group and try to defend here. He's finally moving in, but he's just taking the wrong fights. You can see the pikemen fighting against Imperial skirms, and on the other side the light cav really taking down a lot of those skirmishes from his, and also Imperial skirms trying to raid here. And I think Darknoob lost a few more villages here. He's got a lot of idle economy, only 60 villages working. That's not looking good. He's calling the GG here actually, and you can see DraCoNT with map control was able to like go for the better unit composition a little bit faster than Darknoob, and in the end win Vietnamese against Aztecs. And Darknoob said it before, he would screw that up, and I hope I figured out where he could have done better. I think standard infantry from Darknoob, and this could have been a totally different game, or at least on a chess then, but in the end DraCoNT was maybe even lucky that Darknoob wasn't thinking about that or was deciding against this. Wins the game. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you in the next games. GG.